For the metric units, the reason they're popular because everything is a multiple of 10. Let's go, Omar. Put that thing away.
Sorry.
That's all right. First, you'll hear the kilo. The kilo of anything, we use the letter K, by the way. Kilo means 1,000. That's what a kilo is. Hecto, we use H, and that's 100. Deca. Notice there's deci and deca, so we use DA for deca, 2 letters, and that's a 10. Then we got the deci, which is D, that's 1/10. The centi, we use C, which is 1/100th. And the milli, we use M, which is 1,000th. So everything is a multiple of 10.
Be putting this on the back of our metric paper?
It is there actually.
Oh, it is?
Yep, when I show you that unit here, right here actually, all that stuff is there. The only thing I left out is 1 right here, because from here to there that's 100. There's 1 that goes right here. And that depends. If it's a length, we'll be talking about kilometers, hectometers, decameters. That's where the meter goes right here. That's a 1. So everything is a multiple of 10. That's what makes the metric system attractive. The conversion is much easier. It's just nothing, just move the decimal point. So for example, if you want to convert let's say 213 meters, which I didn't put there, and you want to know how many hectometers that is. There is no relation. The meter actually goes right here. There's where the meter, if you want to. The meter is right here. There is no relationship between the meter and hectometer. Well, unless we look at that cheat sheet. And this cheat sheet is a kilometer, so if you want to now go, kilometer is 1,000 meters. Hectometers is 100 meters. Decameters is 10 meters. Decimeters, oh, I'm not going to write deci, I'll just go as D. Decimeters is 1/10 of a meter, or 0.1. Centimeters, it's 1/100th of a meter, which is 0.01 meter. And millimeter, it's 1,000 of a meter. 1,000, which is 0.001 meters. Once I say that, then I know there's a relationship between hectometers and meters. So I'll do what I did last class. I go 213 meters over 1. I wanted meters on the bottom, hectometers on the top. 1 hectometer is how many meters? 100. So that's 213 over 100, which is what? 2.13 hectometers. What makes this one a little bit tough there, if you want to convert, for example, from decameters to kilometers. I don't have a direct way to go from decameters to kilometers. Let's say I have 700 decameters, and I want to know how many kilometers that is. As of now, I didn't show you a different method. As of now, I don't have a direct way to go. So I have to go from decameters to meters, then from meters to kilometers. I got to do it in 2 steps. like we did last time in some of the units. So here we go. 700 dA over 1. I need dA in the bottom, decameters, and I want meters on the top. dA just deca, but is it meter, deca, kilogram, whatever it is. So now 1 decameter has how many? 10 meters. So that would be what? 7,000 meters. Now I need to convert that from meters to kilometers. So 7,000 meters over 1. Meters on the top, so I need meters on the bottom, kilometers on the top. 1 kilometer is 1,000 meter. That'll be what? 7,000 divided by 1,000, which is what? 7 kilometer. That is too much work for a metric system to convert. We do not convert this way for metric system. So how do we convert? Much easier than this. Let's look and see how. I'm going to go and write these units the way I did them here. I'm going to make a box here. This is the meter. Right next to it, 10 times that is decameters. Right next to it, 10 times decameters, hectometers. Right next to it is the kilometers. Kilometers is 1,000 of this. This is 100 of this is a 10 of that. To the right of that, decimeters, this DAM here. Right next to that, centimeters. And right next to that is millimeters. You have that box, by the way, on the cheat sheet I gave you. You have it right here. I don't know if you can see it. There's the kilo. Can you see it here? There's the hecto. There's the deca. There's the meter. There's the decimeters, the centimeters, and the millimeters. Can you see that on your units on that cheat sheet? If you don't have one, I have extra ones. So watch how easy it is. You want to go 213 meters. You want to convert that to kilometers. Now, where is the meters on my chart here? The meter is right here. And where you want to go? To kilometer. Right? So you're going to move the decimal point how many places? 1, 2, 3. So take your number. There's a 213. Where's my decimal point right now? Here. Move it 3 places to the left. 1, 2, 3. So what's your answer? 0.213. Because everything is a multiple of 10. Remember the one we just did? 700 dA, decameters. And you want to change that to kilometers. Here's my decimal point. The 700, there's no decimal. That means at the end. Decameters right here. And you want to go where? To kilometer, right? You go to the left or to the right? 1, 2 places. To the left. So move your decimal point 2 places to the left. What's the answer? 7. Is that what we got? Yep. Let's say I have 11 hectometers and I want to know how many centimeters that is. So the 11, the decimal point is right here. Hectometer is right here. You want to go where? To centimeter. You're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4 places. Which direction? To the right. Let's move this 4 places. 1, 2, 3, 4. Fill them with zeros. So what do we have? 110,000 centimeters. You are a hectometer. You want to go to centimeters. That's what makes the metric system attractive, is that conversion. That's how easy it is. Because everything is a multiple of 10. Let's convert 500 meters to kilometers. You try it. Doesn't take that long. Do we have an answer yet?
Oh, sorry.
Go ahead, Jamie. There's your 500. Where's your decimal point? At the end. So now you at meter, that's where you are. Where you want to go? How many places? 3 places. You start from here. That's 1, 2, 3, right? So move your decimal point 3 places. 1, 2, 3. What's that number? 0.5 kilometers.
Oh, you don't need zeros. I forgot about that.
Yep. Let's try another one. Uh, 170 centimeters. I'll squeeze it in here. And I want to know, you choose one. Which one you want it to be? Convert to what? Pick one of these units. Hectometers? Okay. There's 170, and there's my decimal point right here. Where are we? Centimeter right here. We are right there. I need to move it 1, 2, 3, 4 places to the left. Everyone sees 4? So here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. 0.017. You don't have to put that 0 at the end. 0.017 hectometers. So these are the units for length when you measure the length of something. Okay. What about if you're measuring like a weight, mass? We use pounds here. When you go to the doctor, says, how much do you weigh? They go, oh, 210 pounds. Well, they don't use pounds there. They use kilograms. Kilogram is actually kg. We said kilo earlier is what? 1,000. This is 1,000 gram. We also use milligram for medications. Milligram, that's mg. That's 1,000th of a gram. This conversion is just done the same way we did before. So if I said I have 213 grams, and I want you to tell me how many kilogram that's it. That is. I go 213 grams, that's over 1. You want to multiply it. You want grams on the bottom or kilograms on the top. 1 kilogram has how many grams? 1,000. 213 over 1,000, which is 0.213 kilogram. Or I could have used my chart again. This chart. Notice this one, it says meter here. Can you see the meter? Where is it? Here? That's also used for grams. So if you meter, grams, whatever. So you want to go from meters or grams to kilograms. How many places? 1, 2, 3 to the left. So this could be actually not just for length. I could use this for grams here. The gram will be right here, and the kilogram will be here, and the milligram will be right there. So if you are grams and you want to go to kilograms, 1, 2, 3 to the left. If you are milligram, you want to go to kilogram, you go 6 to the left. So we can still use that chart to convert also for mass, from grams to kilograms. If I have 0.5 kilogram, how many grams that is? Notice kilogram is right here. I need to go to gram, which is right there. So how many places? 1, 2, 3. Move the decimal point 3 places to the right. Here's the 0.5. Move it 3 places to the right. 1, 2, 3. What do we have? 500 grams. If I have 17,000 milligram and I want to change it to kilogram, here's the 17,000. The decimal point here. You are at milligram right here, and you want to go to kilogram. How many places? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 places. Move it 6 places to the left. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 0.017 kilogram.
Why did I write it wrong?
0.017 kilogram. You don't need the rest of the zeros at the end. And you can use the same chart for capacity. We use liter. They don't use gallons in the metric system. Liter. This is kiloliter. And this is milliliters. And you can convert the same way we did with a kilogram. Liter, kiloliters, milliliters, the same way. So when you go to the hospital or when you're taking a vaccine, flu shot, they go give them 5 cc. Anyone knows what cc stands for? That's a cubic centimeters, milliliter. 1 cc is 1 milliliter, actually. So, is it? Yeah, cars, the same thing. That's right. Yeah, you do like a 3-liter engine. Yeah, 3 liter. That's 3,000. 3 liters, 3,000 milliliters. You know.
It's cubic centimeters, right?
Yep. 1 cc, 1 cubic centimeter is actually 1 milliliter. So for those people in the health field, when they go give them 5 cc's, that's 5 millimeters.
Yeah.
Milliliter.
And that exactly from that, from giving my kids medicine.
Yep. And they go, actually, most medications, most medicine, when you go to the doctor, they need to know your weight in kilogram, because most of these medication discovered somewhat in the U.S., but the majority of it outside the U.S. So that's why they try to convert your weight from pounds to kilogram, because the dosage will say 1 tablets per 50 kilogram, for example.
Right.
So if you say I weigh 210 pounds, that's not good. We need to know how many kilogram. That's about 100 kilogram. So you take 2 tablets a day, you know. I'm not sure if our book mix and matches units. There's also sometimes when the number is more than 1,000, like a million, especially in computer languages, you might hear the term Giga. Giga. That's a big G. That's actually 1 billion. So it's 1 billion. Then there's the mega. M, capital M. 1 million, not billion, 1 million. Then there's the micro. We use mu for that. Our book is using this, but most engineering books, sometimes you might see the letter mu like this. That's a micro. So if you're into electronics, that's where you're going to see capacitors are measured in micro. Micro is actually 1 millionth. So these you might encounter that. I know if you're into computers, when you go to buy a computer, especially now Christmas time, people want to buy a computer. The RAM says how many megabytes of RAM do you want? Mega. The hard drive, usually in gigabyte, that's a 1 gigabyte hard drive. 1 billion, you know. So we use these. Just something to know. Now, can we convert between US units and the metric units? And the answer is yes. Now, I don't know if I have these on the cheat sheet. I do have them right here. Can you see that? 1 mile equals what? Approximately 1.6 kilometers. 1 mile. 1 meter, approximately 3.3 feet or 39 inches. 1 foot, approximately what? 30 centimeters. 1 inch, approximately 2.5 centimeters. 1 ounce is roughly 28 grams. 1 pound, 450 grams. 1 kilogram, 2.2 pounds. 1 ton, 910 kilogram. Here's medication, teaspoon, tablespoon for cooking too. 1 teaspoon, small t, that's teaspoon. 5 milliliters. 1 pint is 470 milliliters. 2.1 pint, that's 1 liter. 1 gallon, 3.8 liters. 260 gallons is 1 kiloliter, if you ever need them. So these are right there. So an example here where you might use that. You know what? Does anyone run races here? He said, I ran a 10K race. Change that to miles. 10 kilometers. That's what a 10K is known for. 10 kilometers. It's called 10K. If you watch the Olympics, Summer Olympics, all the distance are kilometers. They don't run the miles. They go, this is a 5K race. That's a 10K race. That's a 1 kilometer race. That's a 32 kilometer race. If you watch Tour de France there in bicycle, because I love bicycling, the distance always measured in kilometer because everyone used the metric system. So how do we convert that? Just like we did before. 10 kilometers over 1. And you want to go from kilometers to miles. 1 mile is 1.6 kilometers, according to my sheet I just showed you. That's 10 times 1, which is 10 divided by 1.6. And what is 10 over 1.6? That should be a little bit over 5 miles. I mean 6 miles. 6.25 miles. So a 10K race is roughly 6.25 miles. A 5K roughly is 3 miles. When they have a 5K race, and there's a lot of these races, there was one on St. Patrick Day, there's one on Thanksgiving Day, 5K race. There's one coming up, I think, this week. I forgot for what. I know there's a race 5K. Because people will call me, Z, you want to run with me? I go, no. That's why we have cars. I'm not going to run. So 5 kilometers, that's over 1. kilometers to miles. 1 mile is 1.6 kilometers. That's 5 over 1.6. What's 5 over 1.6? 3.125 miles. So a 5K race, roughly 3 miles.
How would they come up, right? Like from miles per hour to miles per, like,
The kilometers per hour?
the miles per hour converted to the miles per hour of like sound plus light years.
Jamie, what have you been drinking this morning?
I know, but it's like that's
Well, you can convert miles.
speed.
You can convert miles per hour to kilometers per hour. Like if you look at your speedometer going home today,
It says kilometers.
yeah, it has two actually. It has both. It has miles and kilometers. And if you look at it, just to give you an idea how it's done, because since you asked that, take a 65 miles per hour. That's our average speed, right? Miles per hour. What does that mean? It means you drive 65 miles every hour. I don't want it miles, I want it kilometers. Notice we're miles on the top. So I want miles on the bottom, kilometers on the top. 1 mile has what? 1.6 kilometers. You're going to see that number is close to 100. What's 65 times 1.6? Is 104 kilometers per hour. So when you get in your car today, just look at your speedometer. Look at the 65. Look directly above it. A little bit more than 100. It's 104 kilometers per hour.
I was just wondering if some people like the speed of light
Oh yeah.
calculate such a big.
3 times 10 to the 8. That's the speed of light. Meters per second. To meters, not kilometers. Per second.
Like that's fast.
Yep. That's the fastest thing we have.